Hi everyone. Today we again came to do our third experiment virtually. That is a preparation of benzinilide and the determination of its melting point. So here we comes with the procedure how do we goes to prepare the benzinilide. It is a bit different from the last two experiments. As in the last two experiments, we focus on the calculation of saponification value and the acid value by the titration method and the back titration method. Here we are going to prepare a compound or synthesize a compound. We have focused on the preparation of benzinilide from aninyl and benzyl chloride. This will react together to give our desired product and the corresponding things. First, we have to add 2.5 ml of aniline in a suitable glass apparatus. The glass apparatus you will choose which one to select. Then we will add 25 ml of 10% sodium hydroxide solution. The 10% sodium hydroxide solution which you will determine what is the exact value we have to add or what is it means. Then we will gradually add 3.5 ml of benzyl chloride through the wall of the glass apparatus. We will not add in a very quick fashion but in a very slow fashion to carry on the reaction in a very smooth one. Then we will go for vigorous shaking for 15 to 20 minutes. Then the crude benzyl derivative will get precipitated as white powder. But the reaction will mark an end where there will be no longer persistence of benzyl chloride smell, which is a choking smell. Then we have to add 10 ml of water and filter it with a suitable filtering apparatus, that is a air suction Buchner funnel. Then we have to collect the mass and dry it in the oven. We must know the literature of before drying, because if we set the temperature more than its boiling point, so it can chart the product. So we have to previously determine know the melting point or the boiling point of the product. Then we have to go carry on the drying process. Then we will collect the mass and weigh in a suitable balance. This is a total experiment we have to do. The reaction involved the benzylization reaction, which basically involved the benzyl chloride plus aniline. We have to add sodium hydroxide. Benzylization reaction it will carrying on, and the corresponding product we are obtain. The mechanism here I have already given. Just have a look. That first we have taken the aniline and the benzyl chloride. The lone pair of NH2 just goes on reacting, and a corresponding intermediate has been formed with the release of H plus ion. It is stabilizing, and finally the release of Cl chloride ion is helping to getting our product of benzinilide. This is a total reaction we are carrying forward to get our desired product. Thank you. In continuation to the experiment, we come to the second part, that is a calculation. For calculation, we have to calculate two things. One is a theoretical yield, one is a practical yield, and the last, the percentage yield. Unless and until we get the practical yield, we cannot able to calculate the percentage yield. So we will just do here the calculation of the theoretical yield only. For calculation of the theoretical yield, we have to find out the molecular weight of the starting material. We have taken for granted that benzyl chloride is the starting material, which has a formula of molecular formula of C7H5ClO, the molecular formula. And the corresponding molecular weight we have just calculated from the periodic table, that 12 into 7, there is a carbon, there is 7 carbon is here, and 5 hydrogen, 1 chlorine and 1 oxygen, which equivalent to 140. The molecular weight of the final product we have to calculate, that is a benzinilide, which is C13H11NO, which equivalents to 197. Now the calculation comes how we will calculate the theoretical yield. Now taken into granted that 140 gram of benzyl chloride gives 197 grams of benzinilide. So 1 gram of benzyl chloride will give 197 by 140 gram of benzinilide. So corresponding to how much we have taken of benzyl chloride? We have taken 3.5 ml. So we converted it into gram by calculating it with its density. That is 1.211. So 3.5 into 1.211 gram of benzoyl chloride will give 6.02 grams of benzinilide. This is our theoretical yield. So corresponding the practical yield will be, which we have calculated by weighing the mass of the precipitated product. We will just calculate the percentage yield, that is from the practical yield divided by the theoretical yield into 100. That is our desired percentage yield. Moreover, one more thing we have to do. We cannot able to do the experiment of melting point with the melting point apparatus here. So here we will only note down the melting point from the Google. I have already given you the link in the report. You will just have a look over that link and write down the melting point. When the college will reopen, we will do the melting point test in the melting point apparatus. Thank you.